Cervical cancer screening is changing, and patients may now be able to screen without a pelvic exam. Self-collected HPV testing is gaining attention, and nurse practitioners need to understand how it works and when it should be used. In this video, I'll quickly explain the evidence behind self-collected HPV testing, which patients qualify for it, and what nurse practitioners should know before using it in clinical practice. Human papillomavirus, or HPV, is the primary cause of cervical cancer, and high-risk HPV strains are responsible for most cases. Because HPV infection occurs before cancer develops, testing for high-risk HPV has become a key part of modern screening strategies. Traditionally, cervical cancer screening relied on clinician-collected pap smears during pelvic exams. While effective, this approach can create barriers for patients, including discomfort, cultural concerns, limited healthcare access, or previous trauma. Self-collected HPV testing offers an alternative. Patients collect their own vaginal sample using a designated kit, and the sample is then tested for high-risk HPV strains that may increase the risk of cervical cancer. Research shows that self-collected samples have similar sensitivity to clinician-collected samples when detecting high-risk HPV. However, specificity can be slightly lower, which means false positives can occasionally occur. This is why it's important to remember that self-collected HPV testing is a screening tool, not a diagnostic test. A positive result does not mean a patient has cervical cancer. It simply indicates the need for follow-up testing such as pap testing, HPV co-testing, or colposcopy. One major advantage of self-collection is that it helps address barriers to screening. Some patients face challenges like limited access to healthcare facilities, transportation issues, childcare responsibilities, or discomfort with pelvic exams. Because of this, self-collection may help improve screening access in underserved communities. Nurse practitioners play a critical role here, especially in primary care and community health settings. However, self-collection is not appropriate for every patient. It's generally recommended for individuals between ages 30 and 65 who are overdue for screening and do not have symptoms of cervical disease. It should not be used for patients with abnormal bleeding, pelvic pain, or those needing follow-up for previous cervical abnormalities. These patients still require clinician-collected samples and direct evaluation. When integrating self-collected HPV testing into practice, nurse practitioners must ensure proper patient education, informed consent, reliable lab testing, and clear follow-up systems for positive results. Overall, self-collected HPV testing represents an important step toward expanding access to cervical cancer screening while still maintaining safe and evidence-based care. What do you think will have the biggest impact on improving cervical cancer screening rates? Self-collection options or expanded access to traditional screening? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're preparing for your nurse practitioner board exams or want to strengthen your clinical knowledge on screening guidelines, visit shop.latrinawaldenexamsolutions.com for structured NP exam prep resources, crash courses, and clinical study tools.